appointment too. "Let me look at my appointment book," I said, and rustled the pages of Sri Owen's Indonesian Regional Food and Cookery, which happened to be open on my desk. "I have a couple of things," I said in one of those musing voices, "but I can move those. Yes, I'll be there. About noon?" So here I was, in what some claimed to be a close second to the Ritz as the most beautiful dining room in London. The paintings on the walls were framed in a Baroque style that gave the place the look of a Parisian restaurant of a few decades ago. It bustled with a casual grace that probably hid careful organization and efficient planning. The lighting was good, as if to emphasize that there was nothing to hide, and the acoustics were excellent, points overlooked in too many restaurants. We were upstairs, the more secluded floor. "You've done a wonderful job here," I said, and meant it. "Paul Benson gets most of the credit," he said, with a modesty that in a movie star was as rare as caviar in a fish and chip shop. "Of course, he had the sense to bring me in as his partner." He flashed that winning smile for which he was famous, but at the same time he remodeled and updated here. A waiter came with 2 gin and tonics, which Lansdown had ordered when we sat down. "Here's to your continued prosperity," I said, raising my glass. He nodded in acknowledgment, took 2 large swallows, savoring each, and said, "That's where you come in." "No small talk? Well, I'm a man of few words myself, except when more are called for." "Sir Charles Willisford recommended you highly." "Ah, I did a job for him in France recently. He seemed quite pleased with the result." I saw no reason to add that I had come extremely close to having my career ended, permanently, on that assignment. "We buy a lot of our wine through his company." I nodded and sipped gin and tonic. "He told me that you specialize in culinary investigations." "That's right," I agreed. "I find rare foods, unusual spices and herbs, advise on the use of little-known food specialties, locate markets for exotic ingredients, that kind of thing. Sir Charles told me a little about the job you did for him." There was more than just a twinkle in those world-renowned light blue eyes. "Bit of a private eye, too, aren't you?" "Not deliberately," I told him, a little alarmed. "If you're looking for a 2-fisted gun-toting gumshoe who can do a racing turn at 80 miles an hour, I'm not your man. It's turmeric, not turmoil, with me. I'm into marjoram, not mayhem. I was scared out of my apron a couple of times there in France." He grinned engagingly. "If they decide to make a film of your life, I'll volunteer. Not to play you, no. Getting a bit too long in the tooth for that. I'm doing some directing now, though. Still, that's not why you're here." I waited for him to tell me why I was here, but instead he said, "But first, let's order. The chef tells me the lobster balls are very good today. Didn't know they had them, did you? I'm going to have what I had the other day. It was great. A warm salad of duck livers with sherry vinegar, and then fillet of lamb with Madeira sauce and rosemary butter. You can choose anything you want from the menu, of course." "I'll go along with your choice." "Sounds good." A photographic flash sizzled, and Lansdown frowned. He caught my look and then grinned. "I don't mind an occasional photo, but it has to be of me," he said. I was trying to connect the line of the flash to a table when Lansdown said, "Third table over." The subject caught sight of us, waved, and called out a cheery, "Hi, Desmond." "Julia Roberts," Lansdown said to me just as I recognized her. "She's off to Rome tomorrow. They want her to play the Vatican's first woman cardinal. Typecasting, I told her, but warned her not to try for Pope." The waiter came, took his order, and waited. "I had an excellent amarone with it the other day," Lansdown said. "A lot of them are a bit too big for lamb, but this one, it's from the Fabiano vineyard, was just right. That's okay with you?" I agreed, and he nodded to the waiter. "And a couple more of these." He motioned to the gin and tonic. "They make mine with Bombay gin. Yours will be the same." Lansdown had come a long way from his barrow boy origins. "That's fine." "Right," he said. "Let's get to business. Here's why I wanted to talk to you. We've done very well here, that's true. Now I've got another idea. I'm not bragging. This one really is mine, and Paul agrees with it. See, the way I figure it, French cuisine is a bit over the hill, so to speak. It's still wonderful, and there are some magnificent restaurants in France, here and elsewhere. But in recent years, the Italians have been more imaginative, more progressive, more innovative.